You've done it. You've launched such a successful product, so successful that you never anticipated for it to sell out so quickly. Now you're left with zero inventory and zero sales. Now what do you do now? Let's talk about it. What is up, and welcome back to the Prestige Amazon FBA family. If you guys haven't already joined the Prestige Amazon FBA Mastermind group, why not? What are you doing? You guys need to get on that. Being in business is all about being super resourceful, and why would you not want to join this free Facebook group? It's currently super active, and I'm sure you guys will benefit from it, especially if you guys are just starting out or if you're a veteran seller. So be sure to go check that out. In addition to that, I want to let you guys know that I will be giving away a free 30-minute coaching call. Be sure to stay till the end of this video to figure out how to be entered into that. I'll be choosing one winner, but stay till the end to find out instructions on how you can win that. So you've done it. You've done your product research. You've done your due diligence. You've launched your product, and a few months in, you've sold out. You've done it. You've created a successful product that people actually want to buy, and this is a good indication that because you sell out, people actually want your products. This happens to the best of us. But why do you not want to sell out? Well, Amazon's ranking system is based on a number of different factors. One of those huge factors is the amount of traffic that you're driving to your actual product listing and the amount of converting sales that you're getting from that traffic. Now, this kind of dictates what your BSR is, or your bestseller ranking. The bestseller ranking is very different depending on the niche that you're in, but your bestseller ranking will pretty much dictate where you sit on certain pages for certain keywords that you're ranked for. So the lower the BSR you have, the higher on the page. Typically, you will stay for keywords that you are super relevant for. So in the long run, and throughout the lifetime of your listing, you want to be able to maintain that low BSR to show Amazon that you are making the sales, and you actually are making the sales, and just maintain that top position so you do make those sales. Now, what does that mean when your product is out of stock, not making any sales, not showing that consistent volume of sales going into your product? Your BSR is going to tank. Your BSR is going to shoot up. Amazon's going to realize that you aren't making those sales that you were, and it's going to deem that your product wasn't relevant or isn't relevant for that keyword. So your product is going to slowly begin to drop off page 1 to page 2 to page 3, and you can imagine how costly this could be. You spent so much time launching a successful product, getting your product to the top of page 1 for your most important keywords, and then you sell out, and then you begin to drop again. This is exactly why you want to be able to forecast your sales, forecast your next shipment, think ahead of the game. This could be a costly move if you do eventually sell out of your product, even though that you did launch a successful product. Now, that leads me to how you can prevent this from happening. A lot of gurus and a lot of people tell you that you can start with a really small investment, and you can go into the Amazon FBA private label game, only buying and starting with an initial inventory of like a few hundred units. This is true. This is definitely something that you can do, and it's definitely a lot less upfront cost. But as mentioned, if you do sell out, it could be a huge loss to you in the long run, which is why I always tell my students, and every time somebody asks me, how much does it cost to get into the Amazon FBA game, and I say it's not really a matter of how much it costs. It depends on where your product research will take you, but I always highly recommend that if you were to get into an item, be sure that you have enough money to be able to purchase 1,000 units of that product, and I will tell you why. But in addition to having the money for the 1,000 units, be sure to also have a little extra cash flow to be able to replenish that inventory in addition to shipping costs. So why 1,000 units? This is just from my personal experience and the experiences of my really close friends who are also in the Amazon FBA space. But 1,000 units is usually enough to get you through your launch, through organic sales, and for you to have enough inventory for the next shipment to come. Say you're trying to sell a product that does 500 to 700 units a month. you spend a few hundred of those units doing your launch, then you have a few hundred left to be able to sell until your next inventory shipment comes in. So you're not necessarily losing money by selling out and having to, have zero sales and then relaunch again, which could be extremely costly. You should have enough inventory when you do purchase that 1,000 units to last you until the next shipment order. Now, worst case scenario, if you were to start with a lower investment cost and you do go with like the 200 to 500 units to start, what can happen is let's say you're to launch this really successful product. You sell out, within the first month of having the actual product, and you're not forecasting well enough. You place the order when you're really close to running out, and sometimes production time can take a month or two just to be able to get your inventory back into the Amazon FBA fulfillment centers. That's 2 months that you're out of sales, and 2 months that you're not making any money from Amazon FBA. So that's exactly what you want to prevent. Pro tip, but if you guys do go with that 1,000 units and you're really close to selling out and you're trying to forecast whether or not your inventory will be there in time, a great idea and a pro tip for you that you can actually use is to split up your shipments. Say you're to order for your next shipment order another 1,000 units or 2,000 units. What you can do is talk to your forwarder, talk to your supplier, have them split the shipment up into like say 30 and 70%. So they'll have 30% shipped to you at a faster rate for you to get in time to maintain that inventory, and then have the rest of the 70 units. Not 70 units, 70% of the inventory is shipped via sea or something like that, so that it gets there eventually and it'll get there in time for you to maintain that inventory stock, but it'll come at a little cheaper cost. If you can't get it all at once, if you can't get it all shipped together via sea and save as much money as possible, you can split it up, still save money on the cost, and still have that inventory in stock. So that's something I highly recommend. Just trying to time things out. That's something that I do pretty often, especially launching new products and forecasting that. But yeah, definitely use that if you guys need to. So as promised, you guys made it to the end of the video. If you guys are really interested in that 30-minute coaching call, all you guys need to do is make sure you guys like this video, comment down below, hashtag Prestige Amazon FBA. That's hashtag Prestige Amazon FBA, and be sure to subscribe. I will only be accepting people that are subscribed to my channel, so be sure to do that. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, as always, leave them down in the comments below. But until next time, I'll catch you guys at the next video. Peace.